3, 21 days of Yule. I'm so excited that you are joining me. Let's see what today's activity is going to be. Day 3. Day 3, day 3, day 3, day 3. There it is. It's this cute little cup of cocoa or tea. Looks like cocoa. And today's activity is going to be make a snowflake. Okay, today's activity is going to be to make a snowflake. Now, some of you might remember the more old school way to do this, but I learned a technique thanks to a video I found on YouTube, which I will link in the cards or in the description box down below. But I learned a really cool technique and I wanted to share it with you. This is what you'll need. You'll need a pair of scissors, a stapler, although there may be another way to do this step, but I'll show you the way with the stapler because it's the easier way, and some tape. You need 6 pieces of printer paper, nothing fancy. I'm going to just peel off 6 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to show you this technique with the first paper, and then I'm probably going to do the other 5 papers on speed up so that you don't have to sit and watch it slowly, but you'll get the idea. So the first step you want to do is just fold your paper into a square shape by just taking it in a 90-degree angle, oops, like so. I don't know why this is harder than it looks, but for some reason I never quite get my corners sharp. I don't think it really has to be all that perfect because I did this without it being too perfect and it was fine. So once you've folded it over into a triangle, you'll have this little bit left. You just trim that piece off. Again, it doesn't have to be a perfect cut. Set that aside, and then you fold it again. So what you have is a square that's been folded into a triangle. So what you do is where these like 2 folded bits, you have the loose side where you have 4 edges, and then you have this side here where you have 2 edges. So on the 2 edge side, you're just going to cut 3 lines, not all the way through, about evenly spaced. So line number 1, and I've left a little bit, line number 2, and line number 3. Just like that. Then you open it up. And what you should have is these squares that are still attached. You take your center square and your tape, make sure it's going to be easy to get at. What I like to do actually is take a couple small pieces of tape and just have them ready to go and just stick them to the edge of my table. This will make your life easier, a lot easier. Okay, so you take your center and you just match up your corners into a little tube. And it's really easy to do that because the fold lines are there. So you do a little tube, grab your tape, boom, just like that. Then you turn the whole works upside down and you grab your next corners and you bring those together and you add a piece of tape. I even got a piece of gunk in there. Trust me, it won't matter. And then flip it over and do the same thing again on the other side. I hope I'm staying in frame. And add your piece of tape, flip it back over, and tape. So now you have a section, a section that looks like that. Pretty cool, right? So set that aside, and we're gonna do 5 more just like it. Okay, so now you just take all of your pieces that you've made, and you'll see there's a little crease, like a fold. So one part's folded out, one part's folded in from the original fold. You just take one end of all of these and you put them together. So you just line up all your points. And they should nest really beautifully, and it's paper, so don't be afraid to let things squish a little bit. You just keep lining up your points. Let's see if I can bring this in frame a bit better. So all my points are lining up. I've got one more, and I'm just going to smush it in there. It doesn't have to be any kind of perfectly straight. I just smush it in there, and now all my points are together. And this is where you grab your stapler, and you just give it one staple right through all the pages. That's it. Now, you spread it out. You see how we've got this beautiful shape? Now all you do is you bring each section of two together and give it one little staple. Those two, and I'm just connecting them here where these little X parts line up. And they're not a perfect match or anything, you just got to get them together enough to staple. Here's another one. Remember, your snowflake isn't going to be perfect. I didn't measure anything. I just eyeballed everything. I've got some that were cut thicker, some that were cut thinner. I'm not worrying about it. I'm just kind of matching things up anyway. And when you're all done, what you have is this really cute snowflake that you can hang for a Yule decoration, or you can place it on your table as a centerpiece. But there you go. There's our snowflake. Thank you so much for hanging out with me during the 21 days of Yule. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye.